1983 Mercedes SL380. Finished in a gorgeous light green. Soft tops up there. Does come with the factory hard top, which is a slightly different colour, which looks beautiful when it's on. If you have a look at the photos on the website, comes with this hard top, and the colour combination when that's on is really, really nice. There's a few little bits and pieces on the hard top itself, but we all know people just sort of use these for storage. Headlight on the hard top itself is lovely, so no problems at all with that. Nice to see that it's still got it. Right, back to this lovely Mercedes SL. We're going to start off at the bonnet, work our way around the car, onto the interior. We'll do an engine start up. The roof's obviously manual on these. I'm going to do the roof first because the roof is lovely. As you can see, we've just put it up. It came in with a hard top on. A few little creases where it's been down, but apart from that, it's lovely and black. It's lovely and tight as well. There's no nasty rips or tears. The windows are crystal clear all the way around. Granted, there is some creasing, but the roof has been down for some time. That is in absolutely perfect condition. No nips here where they're normally sort of worn through. No rips or tears. Lovely and black. Like I say, crystal clear windows all the way around on the soft top. Right, bodywork wise, straight up the bonnet. Lovely and tidy up the middle of that bonnet. No issues at all with there. Nice and shiny. No nasty big dings, dents or scratches at all on the bonnet. There's the odd little surface scratch where it's been washed over the years, but that's my only really complaint. Around the scuttle's all okay. A tiny, tiny bit of paint flake around the wiper there and just underneath the screen. Not really noticeable at all unless I told you it was there. The chrome work around the windscreen's all nice and straight. It's all there as well, which is the biggest bonus. Sometimes the corner bits are missing and pieces like that. All complete around there, lovely and straight across the right-hand side of the scuttle. As you come down the right-hand side of the bonnet, again, nice and straight down the body lines. A few little stone chips here and there and the odd little surface scratch. You will notice I've had a repair section on the wing. The paint on this left-hand front wing is dull. There's no hiding that. I need to see some bad repairs got on there, so that one's squaring up and it wants a nice new fresh coat of shiny paint put on that. You can see it there. It is flat. The arch is nice and solid though. If I go around the arch here, I know we're sort of going a little bit backwards, but it does lead onto the bonnet, so we'll start with the bonnet. But we'll have a look at this wing here. You can see it is flat considering the rest of the paintwork's so nice and shiny. Right, headlights are nice and clear on the left-hand side. The bumper's good, some very, very light pitting in the bumper itself, and a little bit of scuff on that rub strip there, but that's what it's meant for. As we come round, you've got your lower drive lamps there, all right, the lower valance there. Have a good look at the lower valance. All the grill's intact across the top, nice and straight. Right-hand side again, crystal clear on the lights. A few tiny little stone chips there that's just starting to bleb up there on the driver's front wing. As we come up the top of the wing, I've got a tiny little mark in the paint there. Your nose has sort of got to be touching it to notice it. So there's two marks there. The rest of the wing top's nice and straight. We've got a tiny stone chip on the top of the wing right-hand side. Bumper corner again, a few little scuffs on the rub strip itself. As we go around the arch, we're nice and solid. I'm going to do the arch lip there. I'll go nice and slow, have a good look at this dodgy camera work, so you can have a good look at that arch lip. You put your hand behind there, it's nice and sharp as well. Lower section, you've got a tiny, tiny bit in the sort of pressing there on the lower section. Apart from that, we're all okay. And a tiny bit of paint flake just above the rub strip. Your Mexican hat wheels all the way around. We'll do the lower half there of the sill. As we come up onto the bottom of the driver's door, we're all okay. There's a few little bits and pieces here and there. Tiny, tiny few bits at the back there, the arch and the door, and I mean very, very small. The rest of the lower section looks okay. As you come up the driver's door, we're lovely and straight across the door top, no problems there. No nasty marks around the handle. The chrome work itself's all good. Very, very light pitting on the wing mirror there. Across the door tops, no rust there. A little bit of scratching to the trim, but it is from the 80s, this one. It's 40 years old, this car. You're going to get the odd mark here and there. As we come round the rear arch, nice and straight. There's a few little bubbles starting, just coming through the paint there. The head hasn't come off from there. You can sort of see it that there. I'll do the arch as well. If you go nice and slow with some dodgy camera work, we'll have a good look at that lip. It's what people want to see on these SLs. Lower half of the valance, where they normally rot out. Have a good look at that there. As we come up that lovely rear quarter, Nice and straight across the rest of the quarter. Around the fuel cap's all good. No nasty dings or dents across there. Down the right hand side, rear light lenses are all nice and tidy. A few tiny little stone chips are starting to blib up there above the driver's rear light. I have got a little bit of a dent in the rubber on the chrome bumper there. Chrome work itself nice and shiny on the back half, some very, very light pitting. Light lenses, all okay. Tiny bit of a crack in the light lens at the back corner there. Around the badges, all right. A little bit of paint flake here and there. Bit of lacquer peel on the corner of the boot. Some light pitting to the boot handle. We've got a scratch there behind the Mercedes badge as well. Up onto the boot lid, all very, very presentable. We have got a bit of flat paint on the top right-hand corner there. You can just see that in the right light again. You've got to be right up to notice any of that. A very, very usable summer convertible, this Mercedes. Across the lower half section on the left-hand side, as we come round onto the rear arch again, a few little bits on the arch itself. We're going to do the lip in a second anyway. Have a good look at those little bits just popping through there. Again, they're underneath the paint, so the head hasn't come off them. I'm going through the arch there. Rest of the quarter's all nice and straight up the top. A tiny little mark in the paint there on the top of that left-hand rear quarter. Across the top of the doors, all lovely and tidy. It's a lovely, lovely colour, this one, when the sunlight hits it. A few little marks here and there in the paint work, got a little bit of a bleb on the left-hand front door just above that rub strip. Across the lower half section, you can see the odd little piece here and there. Again, you've got to be looking quite hard and quite straight at it to notice these. Lower half of the wing, again, a few little blebs there. But like I say, that wing does want the paint sorting out in there, so you're going to square that off while you're on. All nice and level down the left-hand side. Like I say, with the factory hard top, this one. Onto the interior now. Door card itself, all nice and straight, no rips, no tears, no sagging, no nastiness, no real wear to the handle either. A little bit of grubbiness on the door top, pretty standard, but all nice and tidy on the rest of the door card. The seat itself, lovely and soft. When you sit on it, you sort of like sink into it, you feel very, very comfortable. Tiny bit of wear at the lower half section of the driver's top bolster. But apart from that, again, lovely and straight, nice and tidy in there. You've got the overmat protecting that lovely sort of caramel carpet underneath there, doing their job. All nice and level across the top. As we come across the top of the dashboard, lovely and straight across the top of the dashboard, no cracks there. You do get a lot of crack on these SLs. All good around the heater vents where I have seen the crack there before. Lovely and straight across the left-hand side. As you come down the centre console again, nice and presentable down the centre console. The dials, all crack-free and easy to read. I will pop the seat forward so you can have a look. Obviously no seats in the rear of this one, but the carpet itself all nice and tidy. The boot you do have to open with the key. The button's a bit sticky. Nice carpet set in there, all nice and tidy. Someone sort of taped the edges all up to keep it nice. We're going to go into this boot floor. This is all important on the SLs. This is what people want to see. Have a good look at the boot floor. To me, that looks nice and straight. Got no problems with that. With the matching Mexican hat spare wheel. As we go round onto the left-hand side, again, the door card itself nice and tidy. No issues with the door card. Lovely and straight across there. The seat itself showing minimal wear, really. A little bit of a sort of repair at some point in the middle of the seat. But the bolster itself, lovely and straight again. Nice and soft. It's not going to crack when you sit on it. Have a look at the storage from the left-hand side. Even the soft top roof inside's lovely. There's no mold, there's no rips, there's no stains on that at all. Lovely and straight. Again, we've got a couple of sets of mats in here protecting the overmats and your factory carpet set underneath, which is a lovely colour with the green on cream with that sort of dark caramel carpet set. Lovely and straight in there. Onto the engine bay now, the 380. Nice and tidy in there, very presentable in there. Big air intake, the air filter's normally rushed out. That's lovely and straight on this one. James is going to fire up here. And like every Mercedes that I've ever had through the door, it starts straight away with no issues. We're going to do the oil pressure in a second. We'll let it tick over there. No issues at all with that. The oil pressure gauge on these makes should be straight up to 3. And as you can see, we're straight up to 3 on the oil pressure. I've never had an SL or a Mercedes, for that matter of fact, that doesn't do that. The engines run all day long on these things. What a lovely, lovely car that is. Ticking over nice and happy. I've got no unwanted noises from the engine. It's not on a high tick over, it's on the automatic choke there. There you have it, the Mercedes SL380. Lovely soft top with the hard top. Good colours, that one.